I'm Mr. Ed.
Hi, this is Justin Squires with Limitless TrueVibe, a community centered around electronic artists such as Bigfoot Beats here. Andrew, thanks for joining me for a second time. I forgot to hit the record button last time, so we're doing this again. So there's going to be a lot of repeat questions. But,
I actually to delete the video.
Yeah, you did, huh? He said, I don't want none of that. Everything I just said, I don't want it. Do it again. But, man, all right, so I apologize in advance because I know a lot of these are going to be, like, repeat questions that we already talked about. But would you mind telling everybody, like, Bigfoot Beats, like, the name, what was the story behind the name again?
Just a name my brother came up with. You know, I thought it kind of sounded kind of clever. Never put a lot of thought into it. And it was kind of one of those things that kind of public domain, so it's not not really like taken by anybody. You know, people use it, so it's just that's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing really.
I remember it wasn't like too much of a backstory, but it's still cool all the same. Are you a believer?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not a believer?
Maybe, but no, I don't. I kind of don't really get into any of that stuff. I don't like paranormal stuff. I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's fair.
What
That's fair,
you?
man. Well, it depends on what it is. If you're talking about aliens, absolutely. But Bigfoot, I don't know. Maybe that video way back when. What was that documentary? That film? I forget the name of it now. Yeah, no. That could have been real. Who knows? Like, at the time. But anymore, no. I don't think so. But, yeah. But, hey, man, so Daytona Beach, that's where you're from. So how does that influence your music? Or does it?
I've only been here about 10 years in this area. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's where I live, it's where I do business and interact, so it's definitely just part of things. But I don't know. I think last time I said if I live somewhere cold, I'd use more sleigh bells.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, you said. Aren't you from up north originally? Somewhere up north? I think we talked about it once.
Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not the north, I guess. But yeah, no sleigh bells. Oh, yeah, fair enough. But I don't think of sleigh bells when I think of Kentucky. Exactly. Horse races,
like
maybe.
I heard a lot more there than here, though.
Oh, yeah? Zero sleigh bells in Florida?
I've never seen any, so. And you're in Texas, correct?
That's correct, yeah. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Texas. No sleigh bells here either. Do I?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, I need to wash it clean now. I don't want it. So, for the audience, when did you start making beats? What was the start of everything for you?
I started when I was in high school, I don't know, 14 or 15. Started with Fruity Loops. Still use Fruity Loops. Yeah, I just started as, I started as a hobby, kept it as a hobby. There was a big break where I didn't make any music for about 10 years. So 15 to about 18, and then I've been back at it for the last 2 years. So
yeah, okay. What brought you back into it then after such a long break?
I finally got things kind of settled with,
I bought me a car. I was happy.
September.
Transmission trouble. Bought me another.
And then?
Nothing.
And after that?
Nothing.
tree and hang up there without breaking those branches?
Sure, it's easy for him. Chipmunk's 3 times as big as you, Dad.
Home and career and everything, so got all that other stuff figured out, everything like master plan figured out. Now I can involve myself with music a little bit and not take away from getting what needs to be done. So kind of hard to do a hobby when there's a lot of things that kind of need to be done and taken care of.
No, I feel that.
So once that's done, now I'm kind of in a good kind of routine and got a thing set up pretty nicely.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So, before I was in high school, before I worked full time, so I had more time, like free time, I would say back then. Kind of let me get really deep into it. And then just a clean break and worked a lot. And after the lawsuit, now I'm settled. And
you say lawsuit?
Maybe.
Does that have something to do with your music?
No. I mean, it could. Maybe some incidents.
Fair enough. Well, I think last time I mentioned, I asked you what basically evolved you from the more traditional beat into, I think I said the plunderphonics genre that you are now, and you were a bit caught off guard because you never heard that term. So
I looked it up since then.
Did you?
Yeah, the second it was over, I clicked end and I went to Wikipedia. I'm like, what?
So would you say that is your style, or how would you classify your music?
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, the first thing it says on that is something about kind of piracy. Everything I use is paid for, receipts, everything. I keep all receipts, so there's no piracy involved in what I do.
Okay.
Definitely videoed on the record, 100% paid for, receipts, no piracy. But I understand what they're saying with that. Kind of using sound clips and things less, I guess, formatted, kind of just instinct. No, I like that. I like what he was saying. I thought when I read that too, that once I learn what that means, I won't be able to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like taxes or something. Like once you learn it, it's over. It's like now that like you're no longer ignorant. That ignorance is kind of relieving and comforting, but then it's like, so now it's like, now I'm exposed because I'm not ignorant. So a little nervous about that, learning, a new word, but I went right back to it, and I'm like, I leaned into it a little bit more, if anything.
Good.
Yeah.
I would hate if I was the one that basically unthreaded all of your music because I locked you into a genre that you weren't ready to be locked into.
That's really would be really clever. Like you applaud somebody for doing something so great and unbelievable, and then because you brought awareness to it, now you have radon. Now you know the diet radon. If you never knew, you kind of
exactly. I'm recovered from it. Yeah, so by the time that this actually comes out, man, like I went ahead and I listened to everybody's lo-fi house tracks that we had for the February challenge, right? And I listened to yours. Yours was great. I really liked it. Yeah. Yeah. No, not surprising. Don't say that. I like your music, but
it had bass in it though. You heard the bass, right?
I did hear the bass. Yeah, I had my headphones on and everything. I felt it in my soul. It was good.
I was like, bass? Like, you have to do bass with the house song. Like, it's like kind of part of it.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was like 10:30 last night, and I was like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna try a house one. I had been trying a little bit, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing houses. Not my thing.
Yeah.
And then I tried to convert a Meatloaf song into kind of a house thing. And I'm like, this is hilarious, but it's kind of not. I'm forcing it. I'm making something a house that this isn't house.
Yeah.
More home, home house. So then I'm like, let me just reset, start clicking stuff, and I said, I had some with the bass, and then I already had some house breaks, and I said, it needs a little something, and then I started clicking stuff, and I said, that's it. And once I hear the sounds fit, and there's something with that combo, and I'll try to get as many of those kind of combos where that fits with this, and then because that fits with this also works as a thing. And it's like, instead of trying to think it out as a big goal, if I have my blinders on and kind of this goes with this, then that means it's gonna, and then it can click. That one really clicked, and that came together 30 minutes. The concept of like the main format, and then the next 30 minutes, and then when I submitted it was like 11:59. I'm like, and then I saw it go from that to 12, and then I see 2 more hours. Do you see that?
No,
but
time.
Like a month isn't long enough for these people.
Yeah.
Like you need a month to do something. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like you just
some people work under pressure. Well, they just like that last minute.
I get, and but like you got to be in that last minute. Otherwise, it's like my brain's like, I'm already late. I'm not even going to do it. It's against the rules. I follow the rules. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not that.
Well, I'm not like a hard set like stickler on the rules. Like I tell you 11:59, but I don't sit there and like lock the form at 11:59. I go to sleep. If I wake up in the morning and there's more submissions, then so be it. You know what I mean? That's the dirty little secret of LTV right there. There you go. Out of all the collaborations you've ever done, what is like your most memorable, or what stands out to you?
I mean, all as they're happening, that's like the first thing in my head. Like that's standing out. They all stood out as it happens, and as I'm in that kind of zone of things. Whenever it really clicks, like with like Mike Canelman, working with him and his music, I can kind of just jump right in and kind of feel comfortable to add something with it feeling kind of necessary. Like I feel like there's something I can say with it. I'd say my worst, the least, regrettable one. A lot of regrettable ones. Most people
Randomness. I knew it.
Maybe I didn't say it. You said it. You gotta have a little fun. You gotta kind of. I don't know. Maybe who's next?
Yeah.
But no, there's nobody that stands out, or they're all standouts kind of, except for a few.
Yeah.
It's like awesome ones, and then there's a few that just like, yay. I really like to collaborate and get into things. I feel like that works well with kind of what I do. What I do is kind of add to stuff. So, yeah, I'd like to do more, even adding just a little something or advising an idea or on something. That's always fun too.
Yeah.
Kind of make
Yeah,
something that it make it click, at least for me, one small element or something. But,
Yeah. So I think I didn't ask you about this last time, but Kings and Crowns, that's something you're involved in once, right? It's like a rap trio, if I found it correctly. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. When I first was in like my first wave of making music. The main guy, 100, he goes by Ray Gamma now, but yeah, we clicked as far as he liked my beats. I liked his cadence, and he has a real knack for it. And then his friend, we kind of all teamed up, and we made. There's only a couple songs online, but our plan was we had an album and so many songs. I mean, a lot of good ones too. It's kind of fizzled though. The whole thing just fizzled out.
Oh.
Kind of when I ended music, and I kind of too introspective about it, and just disagreed with what it was, or kind of as a whole, where it was almost like a loop, stuck in a loop, stuck in a loop, stuck in a loop, stuck in a loop.
It ain't coming back. It's all over. It ain't coming back. It's all over.
We're still in contact, me and them. I think there will be more, like another wave coming. It's a pretty interesting kind of style combo, where they're from and their delivery and everything with my type of beat. Because even back then, it's a lot more kind of easier to listen to music back then. The beats I made, it still kind of feels the same to me in a way. Like that was very true to me when I made it. It's not. Now it's not. It's like doing something you did when you were a kid. I still got the Legos and this and that, but I can't get into it the same way. I wouldn't do it the same
So is that music still out there to listen to? At least a little bit of it?
There's a couple songs on SoundCloud. I've got a playlist on my SoundCloud with most of the people who have used my songs and collabs and things. So I still have a lot of files, and if you ever know anybody who wants to do mixing and audio tech stuff, I got lots of stuff for that. That's not my lane. I'm not a guy in a suit and tie with a calculator. So, there's a limit on what I can do in that scope as far as audio fidelity for mixing and, mastering vocals and things like that. It's out of what I do. Now,
okay. So your music's kind of just like a natural product, like you don't really mess with the mixing and mastering too much?
Well, I do, but I try to be as minimal as I can.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if I try to get too fancy with it, it'll backfire. You know.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Sounds too muffled. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get a lot of like extra bass in my tracks if I do that stuff. I hate it.
And then you go back and it's like, well, that first draft with nothing kind of sounded better. So it's kind of it's an in between. So I know what I can do as far as not ruining things. I try to do what I can to make the elements audible that I want present. Certain things you're not really supposed to hear, as like you're not supposed to understand what they're saying. They're not really saying anything. It's like it's kind of how they're saying it. You're supposed to kind of get mixed up, sideways with it. So, you know, if I make things too a lot of clarity, it'll kind of sometimes turn into something that it's not. And it's like, well, now I didn't really like to hear that. You know, I like to kind of mishear stuff. So that's part of it.
Fair. I like that. Well, how about advice for new... What about me?
I got to flip it on you.
You always do.
So you sit down and I asked, there was a whole big bit last time on the last one.
I remember.
Whole story, the accident, the fire, you went through it all, and now it's like we're going, you know,
we're going a different direction. Yeah. Ask me the questions. We'll redo it. I liked it.
Yeah, you woke up one day and then you got a letter in the mail from Granimus saying, "Hey, I don't know you, you don't know me, but we need to start this thing online, so it's a group." And you went, "I don't know who you are, but let's do it."
I feel like that's how Granimus reaches out to most people, honestly. Yeah. He just sends out random letters. That's what happens. He just sends out random letters.
I get them that say, "We'll buy your house." And it's like $30,000 less than what I paid. It's like, no. You know, do you get those too?
Is he the one that puts those signs up like, "We buy houses in any condition"? He's that guy?
Good business.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, we can talk about me whatever you want, but let me know.
Well, how'd you start? How'd you get into the electronic music and the group and then making music? It's kind of not backwards, but it's kind of almost group first. We listen to the group and then...
well, that's true, but I do have like some kind of a background in music, though. So when I was 13, I kind of started self-teaching myself drums. I grew up in a church at the time, and I just from 13 on to like, I don't know, 20, 21, something like that, played drums in this church, and I just self-taught. And then so I always really liked music, and from there, like, you know, I was in a few bands. I was in jazz band in college. So I was in marching band too. I did all kinds of stuff, right? I was like mainly like a percussionist.
In band.
What about that?
Snare, quad.
Oh, in the marching band, actually, they stuck me down in the pit. I was on the timpani.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I looked like a nerd. Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So from there, I really enjoyed music, and then I guess I took a bit of a hiatus, right, for a long time, and then I don't know what kind of geared me towards electronic music. Like I like different styles a lot, right? And I can't like pinpoint that one thing that brought me towards it. But one day, literally, I woke up and I was got that letter from Granimus. No, not really, but no, I decided I did want to start like some kind of a live stream, kind of like how doing, I suppose, right? Like a copycat type thing.
That's the loop on that too. I'm trying to be banned from that. So they do you do the streams on the YouTube.
Yeah, well, yeah. Everybody, I feel like, wants in on that, you know, lo-fi thing because it was so popular back, like 5 years ago, like even maybe more than that now. I don't know, but yeah, it still is huge. But I mean, I felt like there was a prime time that she was really big, right? And so honestly, so I was trying to copy that. And actually, before the current iteration of what you're familiar with right now, I started back in 2000, man, what was it? 2022, I think, winter. I started Limitless TrueVibe, but I didn't have like a clear direction what I wanted to go with it. So I was kind of like streaming, but then I was also posting music that I was making, but it was really poor music. And I've posted a few of those things in the Discord, but it was like, garage band loops I was messing with, stuff like that. And, like there was stuff like that. And like, I didn't know what way I wanted to go with it. Like, do I want to make music? Do I want to stream music? Whatever, right? And I just stopped for like, I think it got too much, and I just stopped for like 2 or 3 years. And then I picked it back up. I think it was like November of 2024, I want to say, right? Yeah, I think so, 24. Mm-hmm. And then that I started off with that first like LTV Winter Challenge, and I decided like, hey, this is going to be about like the artist, right? Like I'm going to create something where we highlight the artist. And it started as lo-fi again, and that's where I met Granimus. I think I met him on Instagram, and he was one of the very few to join the Discord server at the start. And he started bringing in more people, and people started throwing out ideas like, hey, is this just lo-fi, or is it like, are you open to other things? And I didn't want to like choke myself on a certain genre, right? Like I didn't want to chase people away, so eventually like opened it up, like the challenges or playlist or whatever, started opening them up to other genres, and that started bringing in more and more people. And given I was a lot more active back in those days than I am now, and I was posting all the time, and people were flowing in, right? And like I don't know even how you came to the Discord, to be honest. Maybe Granimus, but I just, you came, other people started flowing in, like, and it just like, that's basically the story of it. And then on top of that, I kind of make music myself a little bit. Like I'm not as good as you guys, but like I'm learning more every day. And yeah, I don't know, man. I just enjoy it. Like it's like a passion project. I like seeing what you guys make. I like seeing the collabs, the playlist. They're all amazing. Like it's become something outside of what I ever thought it could be. It's went a completely different direction than what I first pictured because, going from lo-fi to what it is now, and it's awesome. I like the people in it, and I like the music that you guys make.
I hear lo-fi, my brain is like good, bad, lo-fi, bad. Like it just like not good. Like I don't know, something lo-fi, something about that. It's like low, something low, like
yeah.
I don't want to be low,
Exactly. Yeah. I hear you though, man. Like, and
kind of mix of people, and electronic kind of covers a lot because it's all like on computers, so it's all technically electronic, technically. So
yeah,
but I'm not like, I guess maybe I am an electronic guy. I don't really know electronic music. I mean, I've heard it before. But it's just kind of, it's like if you're trying to look for something very specific, you're not going to find what could be fun or a good fit. It's kind of better when it's not precisely. I joined one that said Bigfoot, and it's all about a video game called Bigfoot. And that's all it is. All they ask is, when's the update? And it's like, yeah, I don't know what I was looking for, and I don't know why I'm part of it. But it's like, maybe one day there'll be something that pops up, or LTV. Like, I never thought, I don't go after, let me find an electronic group and make a lo-fi thing and a winter. I don't think like that, but I knew Granimus, I weaseled in a little bit, and it's like, okay, I like this. I like a contest or a goal. I like a group thing. I like when they're kind of wheels are spinning. I like that. Even if I don't know what they're doing or what's going on, I like that. It's so kind of like. So
Yeah, no,
something's happening.
dude, yeah, there's some incredible musicians in the Discord. Absolutely. Let's get off of me. What advice would you give to new producers that are trying to learn?
Oh yeah, I said read the manual and then don't listen to anybody. Those are the two I said last week.
Yeah.
I stand by it. That was kind of
Okay.
I'm trying not to overthink it. Last time, that's exactly what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I stand by it.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly what you said last time.
I wouldn't take advice from really anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can listen to ideas, but advice and kind of ideas and I mean, a lot of people try to emulate or copy what people do,
Mm-hmm.
and other people say, "Oh, that's fine. You're learning." It's not fine. It'll really stunt your growth, kind of. And I think if if I was on a private island, nobody, what would you create if there was no influence? It would be, there would be music and folk music and this and that. So don't really need outside influence. It's around, and I consumed a lot of TV and music when I was young. I still do. Just 24/7 headphones, listening. So that kind of that's definitely influenced things, but kind of playing into your instincts, whatever it has to be, to play into something that you find fun and want to do. That's about it. Thinking's kind of an enemy of creating stuff. You try to think. You can't outthink what you're creating. You're not smarter than what you could create. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that, man. All right, so before the final question, I got one more question for you here, right? So beans or no beans in your chili?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Because that happens a lot. I get BOGO.
Yeah.
I got the Hormel recently. I wanted, Wolf Brand, but because I was making the Frito pie.
Mm-hmm.
You eat that, just you eat that a lot?
Yeah, actually, I don't eat much chili, man. I really don't. Like, occasionally, towards the winter months, maybe. But, yeah, not that I don't like chili. I just never make it. And I don't seek it out.
What's great about the can, you don't make it. You heat it. So
that's true. You just throw the whole can in the microwave. Yeah.
But I wouldn't say can in the microwave, but yeah. So I'll do one bean, one no bean. If I'm feeling, like wealthy, I'll get no bean. The bean's a filler, and everyone knows it. That's why the bean can is twice the size.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're making the Frito pie, or I get Doritos, can of whatever, and then if you do the beans, something about it's not right. If I'm eating it straight up, you want the bean. But otherwise, it's no bean.
Fair enough, man. Are you a cracker or a rice in your chili kind of guy?
Cracker. Yeah.
Yeah. The only way.
Covered all food, the music, the name.
Yeah. All right, last thing. So, what's on the horizon for you? What's your upcoming projects?
So I got a lot. We got a lot going with Mike, Carl, MC Cone, some foreign people, whole world of people. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, you said who would I like to work with? Last time I said somebody who does puppets. I want to get.
You did say that.
I want to get in the puppet. I don't know. Somehow get, because everybody who's in my orbit makes beats. I'd like to be in the puppet orbit. Part time. You know what I mean? Because it's like the algorithm or whatever. It's like Not that I don't like everybody. There's a couple bad seats. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people I would not put my name near. But yeah, that puppet crowd, but it's very something's off in that.
Yeah.
You think, oh, they're all good people. They're not, and a lot of them are. I don't know. I'm not trying to get into some weird world of puppets, but some other people like that. But Horizon, same as always. Just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I like it, man. Stay true to yourself. I really like it.
What about you?
Oh.
What's your plan?
Well,
LTV sneak peek?
Dude, just LTV. We're doing the same we always do. We got the projects, we got the playlist, we got the Beatmaster. Long term, maybe you want to make a vinyl instead of a cassette tape.
I like it. Yeah, I'm not against. I think of public scams. Something, it's like an obvious scam that anyone who knows would think it's kind of funny. Anyone who doesn't will get upset.
Yeah.
And they're kind of in the peripheral anyway. So, you want the whole peripheral kind of like, they can be upset. The base, they love it.
Yeah. Actually, let me talk on that for a second, man. So when I did first going back to when you asked me like how I got this all going and stuff, one of the biggest challenges I ran into was people thinking it was a scam because I was offering, basically free streaming, you're going to be on this playlist for free, right? And everybody was very timid, like, all right, what is this? Like, I feel like I still get that to some degree from people, but it hasn't been as hard. But like trying to get that like initial following, people are like, what do you mean free? Exactly. Like, what's in it for you? That's what it was coming from.
Yeah. I mean, aside from, what we put in money-wise, it is pretty free.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get hounded. They're always hounding me. Say, money, I need more money. And this,
yeah, you got to. Well, you're late on your subscription, so I won't even air this until you pay your dues. Period.
Take it. Take it. One less bill I got to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. So any good scams, just something like that might be kind of funny.
Yeah, I think so. All right, man. Well, hey, I don't want to keep you. I do appreciate all the time that you gave me for the second take. And thanks for your patience. I see the record down below, so we won't be doing this again. But, yeah. It was,
okay.
Well, I mean, we will. If you want to. That's not what I meant.
I'll see you in another 6 years, guys.
That's not what I meant.
10-year break.
Oh, jeez. No, I had a good time, Andrew, and I really appreciate you calling me back, man. Like, it's been great. So, anyway, just as a follow-up, Justin Squires and Andrew Lawrence, I believe, his last name. Yep, Bigfoot Beats. Check him out on SoundCloud. YouTube, I know he's got a channel there. Instagram, he's got one, but I never see you use it. So, but hop in. Yeah? For what? We don't know yet? No idea? OnlyFans, I think, too, if I recall.
No, I keep it very respectful, everything I do.
Oh, fair enough. All right. All right, guys. Yeah, so, check them out on those platforms. And, yeah, Andrew, thanks for joining me, man. We'll see you guys.
Out to see if I can help.
I play pop, jazz, and jive. I don't worry, I don't care, I don't worry 'cause I won't be there.
Listen, does this sound familiar?